As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.
Hey sis, meet me on the porch real quick. I got some real shit to talk to you about.
Okay.
And I mean that. Meet me on the porch. So, this message is for single mothers who have boys. Disclaimer, this is my opinion. This is coming from my life. So, what I say is from my life, and this is how I feel. And if you have a problem with it, then shoot on. Okay? So, again, I'm a single mother. My son is 13. He does not have any interaction with his father at all. So, of course, I'm Superwoman. You feel me? I got the cape on. I got the whole nine. I'm doing my thing. So, the other day I was talking to my son. Now, mind you, let me back up. Mind you, I have two jobs. Okay? I have two jobs. I work 7 days a week. So, I work my original job Monday through Friday. And then when I get off of my job on Friday from my primary, I go straight to my weekend job. And then I work retail Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm 7 days a week and I'm getting in. And then also on Saturdays, I am my son's coach. He plays basketball in the league and I'm his coach, the team coach. So yeah, I'm doing it all. And so one day I was talking to my son and I had said something about, what is it about, if you could change anything about me, what would it be, And he said, nothing, Mom, you do everything. You feel me? You do everything. You do it all. I wouldn't change nothing, Mom. You do it all for me. You do this, you do that. You do it all. And in one sense, I want to be like, man, that's a compliment. I'm really glad that he said that. But then in another sense, it kind of hit me in the background because I heard somebody say it before that that's just not cool. I want him to know that this is not how it's supposed to be for a woman to be breaking her neck, going, two jobs, cooking, cleaning, washing, doing this, being at the sports, being at this conference, being there, being here, and everything with no stop, no end. This is not how it's supposed to be. I don't want you to feel like this is how it's supposed to be because I'm not raising no bitch ass nigga. I'm raising a man. And in him, I'm going to instill that you, as a man, you don't allow this type of shit to happen for a woman. You step up, you help out. You have a child, you be there in that baby's life. You help that woman. If y'all are married or whatever the case may be, you do not allow her to do everything you see your mom doing. I'm doing it because I have to. I don't want to do this shit. I don't want to do this. I want the cape off my back. I'm trying to be my soft girl era. I'm tired. But the only reason why he is saying this is because I'm doing it. And I haven't stepped up to him and told him this is not how it's supposed to be. And this is not how I want you to treat a woman. And this is not how I would like you to let a woman do everything. I'm doing it because I have to, not because I want to. And I'm not going to allow my son to become that type of man. And don't you allow your son to become that type of man either. We sit down sometime and it's not our fault. We just trying to take care of it. And we making sure we doing this, we doing that, and all along. Our sons are sitting back thinking that shit's cool. This is how it's supposed to be. No, it's not, my guy. This is not how it's supposed to be. You are supposed to be here to help me. And no, don't get it wrong. He does chores. I make him do things. But in the same sense, he's still looking at me being all of this and doing all of that and think that's how it's supposed to be. I had to nip that in the bud. That is a generational curse that I will not allow to proceed into his life. Okay? So just a word of the wise. You're a single mom, got a young man, little boy looking up at you, looking up to you. Let him know this shit is not cool. We don't want to be this type of woman. We got to be. It's a difference.
I approve of her message, but it's not your son who you need to be speaking to. It's the young girls coming up that will make the same mistakes that you once did. If you raise your son right and he walks down an honorable path, he definitely will not be running away from his kids. I have no doubt about it. The girls, on the other hand, have a big hurdle ahead of them. They must avoid choosing the bum. I know it might seem simple to you, but the young girl can't resist the pookie next door. Let's take a look at the comment section. I was a single mom for 13 years. My son is turning 14 this year. He told me, I'm glad you found someone that's helping you, mom, because I know you were tired. He knows a man cooks and cleans, etc. Well, congratulations for you. Seems like you're changing your mindset and you want to show your son a good example. Can't knock that at all. I'm raising 4 boys alone. No child support, no food stamps, etc.
Oh my God!
We have a motto in our house. We all got a job to do. We work together, we talk to each other, we support each other. We're a team. This is what I was talking about earlier with young girls needing to pick the right guy when they're young. Okay? This person here has 4 boys alone, no child support, no food stamps, no man in sight, right? I know it's enticing due to our culture with hip hop that the bad boy looks very enticing, but it's not the way to go if you're trying to have a bright future. I definitely feel this. I'm tired. My son is only 8. This is definitely not the life I imagined. Well, it doesn't have to be your future also. Just change course. Find a decent man to settle down with, and voila, watch your load get lighter. On to the next.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
What I've realized is a lot of women get pressed, if you don't appear to have the back of another said woman. And it's not even about having her back. It's you can't even say things like, I'd like to hear the other side, or I'm interested to hear what the other person has to say. No, a woman comes here online, information comes to public knowledge or in the domain of the public, and boom, yes, we must all, because we're all women.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Because we're all women, we must now stand with the woman. And even if she's wrong, even if there's other evidence contrary, we must stand with the woman. What is this? I was born alone, die alone. I wasn't born with no other woman apart from my mother. That's the only other person back on this planet that I can have.
And that's why I say, don't take advice from women online. Because for the most part, it's not well-rounded advice. The advice is usually coming from a female-only lens. It's almost like they can't even fathom that there's 2 different views to look at things. The worst thing about it is they even defend the indefensible in the name of girl power. Childish, right? Women will remain stagnant if they can't escape the hive mind. Without freedom of thought, there could be no such thing as wisdom. Let's take a look at the comment section. And if you don't blindly agree, you're a pick-me. Okay then? Yeah, I know. It's basically shaming tactics to keep you in line. And unfortunately, it works. A lot of women in this generation are great women, but terrible human beings, unfortunately. I would have to disagree, because how can you be a great woman, but you're a terrible human being? It kind of goes hand in hand, you know? Sadly, we happen to find ourselves in this whole new era of men versus women. So it's either you're on your gender side or you're probably called a simp or a pick-me, regardless of who the actual victim is. You do have a point there, but you have to look at the differences of what's going on both sides. On the men's side, you have men challenging men all the time. We all don't think alike. There's a variety of thought going on. And on the female side, there's less diversity of thought. It's more of this liberal way of thinking, and that's it. And if you're not following that line, you're a pick-me. And there's way more boss babes than pick-me's out there. That's for sure. Okay? On to the next.
That's what I call a chain reaction.
Manifest my own destiny. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, the perfect recipe. May they remember me, my words will live on. I'm guided by your energy, your flame, hold it close to you. Check out my melodies. It's the media that's been leading you. I'll show you a thing. Misdirection, what's the message? They don't want you to win.
As much as we all like to rip on men, this is time to take some accountability.